here are the 3 reasons of why you should be using image posts. And we're going to talk a lot about this going into content. Number 1, what happens on your phone when you see a text post? You're competing with 3 other posts in the feed simultaneously. When you have an image post, I use 800 by 999. You can use 800 by 1000, but I usually give LinkedIn like a rounding error. You're competing as one of one. It's like if I put 3 dishes in front of you that you want to eat, maybe one of them just happens to be more you're in the mood for today, versus if I just put a piece of pizza in front of you and you like pizza, you're probably going to eat it. So visually, you're giving the opportunity to make sure that you have really great engagement and are stopping the scroll immediately in the feed. When you're using text, you literally only have 1/3 of the space to actually win. So number 1, it's helping you stop the scroll and get attention. Number 2, which is going to take me back to the power of search, is this is the other Mark Young. Mark Young is incredibly famous. He was the founder of IGN. He is, like one of the, I think, like most well-known investors, business exec. I own the number 1 search on Google in the SERP because of LinkedIn, and here's why. When you look up Mark Young LinkedIn, look at all the images that are getting indexed on the content I've created over the years. Now, imagine you were John Smith, Sarah Smith, someone who's competing with a lot in the feed. I technically use the name Mark P. Young, and you can see here, the reason being, when someone messages me on LinkedIn, I can see if it's an automated message because my middle initial is included in the first name. So that's why I do that. But imagine your name was just John Smith. The entire image feed in Google search is now owned by me, right? So there's a massive SEO value to when you actually create image posts versus text posts that don't get indexed the right way. Like you can literally see when your first scroll, you cannot find anyone but me. So think about that. And this was a funny example with one of our clients. We're on a call and they're like, what was that stat we used for that post? And I was like, I don't know, let me look at it. I'm screen sharing. In 2 weeks, they took over an Inc. article with 987 backlinks from 2017 as the featured snippet on Google with 1 image post. Literally, Google's featured snippet is now owned because they had a good image post and it got engagement, right? So literally, you're giving up on free organic traffic if you're not using images and media in your posts. The third, this is what builds your brand. Right. If I scroll down to the images that I use, we use billboards, we use, static graphics, but a lot of time you see this, you see my name, you see the company, you see my face, you see the branding, white stuff. And this means that if anyone ever reposts your content, your brand is still visible and highly active. So that way you're helping build familiarity in the feed.